How to write in middle school. The 6th grade persuasive essay. Does homework really enhance learning? Copyright 2016, Luke Sullivan. The Common Core standards require that 6th graders write with a persuasive writing structure. Further, the core's standards expect students to use accurate and credible sources. This implies that they should research the information needed to address the claims in a persuasive writing structure. The focus of this second persuasive writing piece is for 6th grade students to research what others have said about the topic to support the points they want to make in their essay. Today's prompt. Students have come to expect homework from school each night. However, the use of homework is of great debate in the field of education. Does homework really enhance learning? Consider how homework impacts the busy lives of young people, and if some kinds of homework are more effective than others. Does homework enhance learning? What are the words that signal a persuasive writing structure is needed? Here are other words that can signal a persuasive writing structure is required. Find situations for the students to talk about the prompt and their ideas. Direct your thinking during the brainstorming. Define the idea. Describe the idea with senses and behavior. Explain how to do your idea. Find examples of the idea. What are the problems associated with the idea? Are there solutions? Compare it to other ideas. The Common Core targets 3 areas of assessment as particularly important: selection, organization, and analysis of relevant content. Selection is the first opportunity. Since not all ideas can be included in an essay, the student must choose the ideas that they want to use to write their essay. Does the student select ideas that address the prompt? Are they the most relevant ideas? And is there sufficient understanding to explain the idea using different words and providing examples? This is a persuasive graphic organizer. It has a place for an introduction, 3 big ideas or points you want to make, and a closing paragraph. The writer must analyze the class brainstorming and research. She chooses 3 points and records them and their associated elements in the appropriate sections of the graphic organizers. Write them as phrases and fragments. They serve as placeholders for your ideas. You'll write full sentences later. Other people have looked at the question of your essay. Find out what they have said to help you support your claim. Use an online database or search engine to find explanations, details, and examples to support your ideas. As you read, record the explanations, details, and examples that support your claim. Here is one way to record this information: the name of the article, the author, the site, and the date the article was written. Add phrases to your graphic organizer as reminders to include your information when you write it out. This is the credible support required by the core for 6th graders. Last time you were given a prompt for an essay. Words in the prompt signal that you were going to write with a persuasive writing structure. You brainstormed ideas with your classmates. You chose the big ideas that you would include in your essay. You wrote phrases and fragments as placeholders for the explanations and examples you would develop when you write your essay. You researched what others have said about the topic to use as credible sources of support. Today you'll assemble a first draft of your essay. Begin by improving your graphic organizer. This is a representation of the thinking you'll put in your essay. Can you sufficiently develop each idea or point that you're going to write? Have you arranged the points in order, from strongest to weakest? The teacher should explicitly model improving students' graphic organizers and specifically point out successes. The second area the Common Core targets as particularly important is the organization of the relevant content. A persuasive essay has a predictable structure that makes it easier for your reader to understand your writing. Does the essay have an introduction, 3 big idea paragraphs, and a closing? Does the first paragraph introduce the topic and state a clear opinion? Are the big ideas connected with organizing words? Does the last paragraph restate the big idea and the opinion? This is the organization required by the Common Core. Let's begin. The first paragraph of the essay is an introductory paragraph. It must do 3 things. It must hook the reader's attention. It must lay out the issue. And finally, it must push the reader in one direction. Think of the acronym HIP. Hooking the reader's attention. Here are 5 common ways of hooking the reader's attention. Ask a question, provide an interesting fact, use a quote, make a strong announcement, or give a very short anecdote. Write your hook sentences. The next few sentences are where you introduce the topic to the reader. The 6th grader need provide only one side of the issue. The 7th grader will be expected to present both sides of the issue. The last sentence of your opening paragraph is where you make your claim and push the reader towards your choice. Sometimes this sentence is called a thesis statement. How do you organize your paragraphs in a persuasive essay? For most writers, the strongest paragraph should go first. You have the reader's attention, and they can think clearly. As you go on, your reader's attention will slip. The first big idea is what they will understand and remember. Write your first idea in a clear and simple sentence. Use signaling words that indicate your reason is the beginning of a series and to show emphasis. Under this first sentence, write a more detailed explanation of the big idea in different words, using the phrases and fragment placeholders from your graphic organizer. The explanation makes the first sentence more clear. Using the research supports the point and gives it more weight in the reader's thinking. Write your big idea paragraph. Your next big idea paragraph has to connect to this first big idea paragraph. You do this by using linking words to start your next paragraph. The Common Core wants appropriate transitions to create cohesion and clarify the relationships among ideas and concepts. Write your next idea in a clear and simple sentence, but use signaling words that indicate your reason is the next of a series and to show emphasis. Under the big idea, develop your explanation of a few sentences and provide a specific example, using the phrases and fragment placeholders from your graphic organizer. Your final big idea paragraph has to continue to create cohesion and clarify how this big idea is connected to the other big ideas. Use signal phrases that indicate this is the last big idea of your essay. Here are some other phrases that signal the end of the essay. The form of the paragraph remains the same. A big idea, developed with an explanation of a few sentences, and a specific example. The logic and clarity of these three elements within the paragraph is the third area that the core finds important. Does the thinking make sense? Is the claim easy to understand? Are all the elements connected? The closing paragraph has to do four things. It has to signal the end of the essay, restate your opinion, remind the reader of your reasons, and push the reader towards your position. The most common method uses signaling words combined with the opinion. The second method to signal the conclusion is to repeat elements from your opening attention grabber. This echo of your opening creates a circle. This also signals to your reader that the essay is finishing. The next sentence serves to remind the reader of your three reasons. They are only mentioned as phrases. They are not developed as complete ideas. Take them directly from your graphic organizer. The last sentence is a special sentence because it's the last thing you say to your reader. It should push the reader to agree with you. Make an emphatic statement closing the door on your argument. Here are some common techniques for an imperative statement. You spent your first day gathering and creating all the elements for your essay. You put them in a graphic organizer for a persuasive structure. The next day was spent assembling the elements into sentences and paragraphs. You wrote using signaling words to organize and connect your big ideas. This last day is for revisions. Revise means to look at again. You'll reread your essay 5 times, each time through a new lens. For your first read-through, is your essay focused on your topic? Do your big ideas connect to the topic homework enhancing learning? You might have to choose a new big idea paragraph. Second read-through. Do you have enough content? Do you have opening and closing paragraphs? Do you have 3 big idea paragraphs supported with explanations, details, and examples? Add any missing elements. Third read-through. Is your essay organized so that it's easily understood? Do you use signaling words to connect your ideas? Are your big idea paragraphs arranged to best support your claim? Move things around if you need to. Fourth read-through. What is your writing style? Do your sentences begin the same way? Do you write with long and short sentences? Do you use dialogue? Do you set the right tone for your audience? Fifth read-through. Do you use standard writing conventions? Complete sentences, fragments, verb agreement, spelling, punctuation. Some people read the essay backwards, one sentence at a time, to check for conventions. Good job.